We made 200. We're at 202. Last I saw before coming in. I'm gonna say thank you for believing in the message, and that's what all this is following messages. I have stories all throughout these videos, and they're all based on facts that I've lived. Uh, I talk about how I go through life and I determine what is a feeling, what's a sign, what's distraction, what's noise, what's valuable worth taking in. I talked to my uncle last night, the only uncle I got left really, mom's side or dad's side. The other ones have already passed. In talking to him, I told him how I always looked up to his intellect, and the first time I'd spoken to him in a long time. And I shared how reason and purpose is driving me and how I want to make a change. I need support, family support. And I'm not upset if I don't get it, but I'm appreciative if I do. I talk about following astrology, following numerology, palmistry, and you can pick it apart. You can say that it's one or another, that it's BS or that it's heads in the clouds, whatever. And if that's the message and take that you get from it, that's fine. Give me 1 second. 1 second. So, I share all kinds of things on here. How I see things linked together, the math that adds up or the math that doesn't. When it doesn't, then there's a reason why it doesn't. When it does, then that's generally a hey, you're on the right path. Keep paying attention, right? Well, in doing that for me, what I've seen, the people I've met, the people that I've met, when you share logic, knowledge, wisdom, stuff like that, you're always going to get somebody that's going to say bullshit. They're going to challenge it, right? I could pull up, I could easily pull up where the numbers say what I've shared they've said. I could easily pull up the astrology where it said exactly what I've said. Chinese astrology, there's a year of the dragon and then there's a year of the fire dragon. Look into it. Or find it somewhere in my channel. I also talk about being a Libra. I talk about being born 1 year after my grandfather passes and is buried. I talk about how he predicted me. When he predicted me, there was a message. That message had something to do with this. I'm going to play a clip. Actually, it is a little lengthier of a video. I'm going to be sharing it in the community.
With you, and they're protecting you. I don't know what's going on, but it feels like it's important. I feel like, yeah, you got a father figure, someone in the spirit world who is like a dad to you, maybe it's a grandfather. It's also a very powerful individual, someone who had authority, and he wants to speak to you today as an authority. So you are protected. This protection, look, if you have this fella in the spirit world protecting you, nothing can harm you. Nothing can threaten you here on this planet. But what's going on? What is going on? Yeah, you're like a child. He's like, you are my child. You are my child. He is concerned. He loves you and protects you as a child. Okay, not because you did something or because you belong to the family. It's because you are just his child. He sees you as a child. And this protection happens on the energy level. He doesn't have physical body, but his protection comes from the higher realms. Yeah, breaking. Like there are so many things in your life that are just breaking. And life is not the same. People are not the same. Many patterns, generational patterns, will be broken because you came. Because it's your destiny to break a lot of these generational curses, curses of poverty, disease. I feel like there are people in your family who were destroyed, yeah, by this energy. But you are strong. You're strong and you're building yourself. By the way, this father figure is showing you a path. You will see things speeding up. And when time speeds up, get ready. Get ready. Time is speeding up. And when you travel lightly.
Welcome.
Don't bring stuff with you. If you are moving from one relationship to the next, just releasing expectations and just simply allow whatever happens, just freeing yourself from the bondage of these old emotions, and also freeing yourself from stuff that holds you here like an anchor, like anchoring you to your old self has to go. Right. You will win. You are on the right path and things are speeding up and you Godspeed. That's his message. You are true. You will see yourself.
This morning, I'm a person that's all about feelings and signs. I'm a person that reads energy. I'm empath. Or I'm empathic. I can walk into a room and I can read the room. I can read the people in the room. That doesn't make me any different. It just means I can read. Recently, I'd say since last September, late last September, I started putting content up here on YouTube. I don't have no other social media, just this here. And I said I was never going to do it. I was born in 76, so I'm one of them guys. I grew up long before all of this stuff. And the thing about me being here is I talk throughout my channel about how my birth was predicted by my grandfather. My birth was predicted in 1974. I was born in 76. In that prediction, my grandfather knew he wasn't going to be here. He didn't know when I was going to be born. He just knew I wasn't going to be here. And the way that conversation came up was they were noticing that 1976 was the bicentennial year of 1776, the War of Independence. My grandfather was born on the 4th of July, Independence Day, 1919. He fought and survived both World War II and the Korean War. And I've mentioned many times across this channel how my lineage all of a sudden stands out to me. The reason why it stands out to me, after I'm done making this, you can go back and you can rewatch this anytime you want to. It will be public. But in that clip, it talks about you got someone watching over you, an authoritative figure like a dad or a grandfather, and they see you like a child. And they want you to know that you're protected. That's the message that's being shared. That's the message that while I was sitting here going over the things on my YouTube, making sure that I was interacting and responding, that this happened to come up in my feed. And when I saw the title of it says, your dad or your grandpa needs your attention. Don't skip. That's the title. Now, I'm not one of them people that just jumps onto anything. Uh, I look for reason and purpose in things. I don't believe in irony and coincidence. I believe in reason and purpose, and I drive on it when I do. Then I start investigating. I start looking at things like in depth. Uh, as I look at things in depth, just like astrology, just like numerology, just like palmistry, spirituality, they all tie together. All of them do. Certain religions will tell you that that's the work of the devil, but it depends on the message that you're getting. Because if you're getting a message that you should strap a bomb to your chest and run into a building and blow up a bunch of innocent people and stuff, that's wrong. That's never right. No God would ever want you to do that. But at the same time, there are messages that are put around us, and they tell us, hey, you're on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing. When you look around, it's, the energy that's around you, the people that are around you, kind of like having deja vu once in a while, where you're someplace or a conversation's taking place, but it's already taken place. Something that you are re-seeing from a dream or something, that those kind of things matter. They're supposed to stand out to you. They're supposed to be different because they are. Well, then it's up to you as to how you're going to decipher that. Do you think it's going to turn you into a god? Don't think so. It's not going to make you invulnerable, or it's not going to make you vulnerable. It's not going to make you invincible. Yeah, you're a troll. I'm not gonna give you that energy. That's you know as well as I do that's wrong, and you're doing it for disruption. Message anyways. You can follow whatever messages you believe you're meant to follow. If you want to think that it's okay for kids under 12 to be able to consent, then you go find that group, because there's the majority group that says that that's absolutely wrong. Remember the whole Epstein file thing? I mean, you really think people want to have you around? You think somebody under 12 should be able to consent? Get out of here. You don't belong here. You're here to cause problems. I'm not going to take that, and I'm not going to address it. So you can keep talking all you want to. But as much as you talk and as much as you aim to disrupt, the only thing you're doing is trying to disrupt the message. The message I'm trying to say is that there is something in here. There's something all around you. And it tells you that you're in the right place. It tells you that you're doing the right thing. And it should always be about helping somebody, not hurting somebody. If you want to take advantage of somebody, then this isn't your group. Not at all. If you want to come out here and you want to take advantage of a minor, that's even worse. I have a shot for you. It's a cure for it, but it's an ending shot. That's my cure for it. And that's honesty. That's authentic. That's authenticity. That's what I would do with somebody like that. That's not bolstering. That's not saying I'm some kind of badass. That's saying what I think about people like that. So I'm going to ignore the rest of your comments. I'm not even going to address you. You're not going to have a presence in here because you don't belong here. You're exactly what I'm fighting. You're exactly why I'm running for governor, because I will sniff out every single one of you, and you will pay for anything you've ever done to a child. I can guarantee you that. People want to dance behind what's right and what's wrong with a gray area, and there is no gray area to right and wrong. And how do I know this? Because I see the things that I see that stand out to me. When I see the title of something that says your dad or your grandpa needs your attention, and then I talk about how my grandfather predicted me in 1974, and I'm born in 1976, bicentennial to 1776. In the United States, that matters. Because that was our war of independence. That was our escape from the tyranny and all the bullshit that we were putting up with over there, right? The founding father stuff. Born on the 4th of July stuff. Patriot stuff. I'm seeing messages of that all over the place. I went to bed last night at 199 subscribers. I was talking about how it would be a great thing to hit 200. I woke up this morning to 201, and as I'm talking to my nephew, I gained another. 202. Why am I celebrating everyone like it's winning the lottery? Because it is. Because people matter. People who are genuine matter. Genuine people matter. They get silenced all the time. They get stifled down by trolls, by people who want to try to disrupt whatever message they're trying to share, because they're not a celebrity with the backing and the money to come out here in mainstream media and talk about how this is what you should do, this is what you shouldn't do. Follow the trolls, get angry at them, give them all the attention that they're aiming to get, and then you're totally disrupting the message that you're aiming to send. What message am I aiming to send? Just pay attention. Because as much as I can say that when I look around here, I see the messages that tell me I'm on the right path, you got the same messages around you. Am I telling you to come out here and believe every psychic? No. Do you want to believe in psychics? Go for it. If you want to believe in spirituality, go for it. Whatever you want to believe. Whatever you want to believe, you're welcome to believe. But there's an accountability and there's something called responsibility that comes with that choice of that belief. You choose to believe in nothing, you will have nothing. You choose to believe in everything and you will have everything. Choose to believe in what's firm and what's right and you'll have what's firm and what's right. But it's going to look wrong to everybody else. Everybody else is going to judge you, especially if you come from a life where you was once on the bad side of things, now all of a sudden you're on the good side of things. They'll try to hold you back with that. Hey, it wasn't but yesterday that you was just being this person. You know what? If you want to hold on to the past, even though it's that brief, you go right ahead. Because my direction is going that way. And people that want to dwell in the past, you can be left there. The direction is supposed to be going forward, whether it's baby steps. Any kind of steps are better than no steps. I'm just saying, when you come out here, what messages do you want to see that you say are guiding your life? If it's guiding you to hurt somebody or to diminish somebody or to take advantage of somebody, that's wrong. That's wrong. There is no gray area. That's wrong. The messages that I see, my message is to reach out to people, not to elevate myself. Reach out to people to show that as much as you can look at differences and say that this person is bad, you can look at all these similarities and make them good. Who you are as a person is going to come out, especially around somebody like me, because there's nothing shallow about me. I don't care about what you own materialistically. I care about who you are as a character. I care about the character of who you are. And if you're a good person, then I'm going to enjoy your company. I'm going to want to talk to you. I'm going to want to get to know who you are. Why? Because you're the ones that I remember when I get someplace where I've achieved something, where I've made it someplace, because you are part of the reflection of why I chose the choices I did. I made the choice myself, but you were a great influence. Why do I stay the path that I'm on when everything seems to be against it? The system don't want me to win. Trolls definitely don't want me to win, and I get lots of them. There's a lot of things out here that don't want to see me win. It never has. I'm not afraid to feel. I'm not afraid to have emotions. I'm not afraid. Because on the other side of fear is where everything is that you've been waiting for, wanting, and deserving. But everything about fear tries to keep you from the other side of that. Strength is when you don't have a choice but to be strong. When you have had life put you in a place where you didn't think you was going to come out of it, but you did. And then you got to the other side, but instead of it diminishing you, it forges you. And I'm not sitting here trying to call people weak or strong or nothing like that, because truthfully, your strength is inside of you. It ain't nothing visible to anybody else. It's what you've survived, what you've overcome. That's your strength. Whether you've been able to maintain, and if you haven't, that's because you ain't had the proper help. Do you want to know what evil is? Evil is free will in the absence of love. Period. That's what evil is. It's free will in the absence of love. If you had no kind of love from the moment you were born and you had free will, you did not have to pay for any kind of accountability whatsoever. No responsibility to any kind of actions. You could walk into somebody's house. You could beat them to death. You could take advantage of a child if you wanted to without any kind of repercussions. That is evil. Because inside of love, if you had somebody that was there to understand you and to help you and to guide you every step of the way, not ever being let down, or not ever feeling like you've been let down, then you would always be out here being a good person. You'd be out here being the people that we was designed to be, but free will was given to us, and we have to make choices and be accountable for those choices, because that's what defines who we are as characters. Reputation don't matter. Reputation is who you may have engaged at one point in time when I was either having a bad day or a good day, but it's not who I am as a character. My reputation is what you believe that I am. My character is who I am regardless. It's when the door's closed, the camera's off, there ain't nobody around, that's who I am as my character. And I've judged myself more than anybody ever will. I look at myself in the mirror daily and I don't recognize myself anymore physically. Not to what I used to be. But inside, I feel like I could run a marathon. Like I could literally fight anybody and win. Because I'd never run out of gas. That's how I feel inside. When I share little clips of this little video that I found, and I share how close the story about my grandfather has really become, and I share that with people, that's not to say focus here. That's to say look at your own life. Follow the patterns of your own life, because it's going to tell you whether you're in the right spot or not. There are things that really should matter that you may be overlooking because you're focusing somewhere else. How do you adjust your focus? Hey, you're a computer. You are the programmer. Your thoughts don't run you, you run your thoughts. You either believe in something or you don't. What you follow, believe it or not, that's what you are. What you give your attention to, what you give your energy to, that's exactly what you are. No, it's not. No, that's just a part of me. No. Everything is a part of you. It's all a part of who you are. I'm not here to judge. Not even a little bit. I'm here to understand, because I'd rather be your friend than anything else. But I know I'm not out here to be everybody's friend. So what are you going to make me? Me personally, I'd like to be governor. Yeah, I really would. I think I'd get a pretty good crack at it. I think I'd make a really nice dent in things. I would like to be successful. I measure that myself, and I would say I've been pretty successful. I took a channel that was made back in 2013, started focusing on it late last September. I had nobody, and now this morning, right before I come in here, I have 202 people. That says something. I'm not Mr. Beast. I don't get AIs and bots to come flood my channels and to be subscribers and to have 400 million over whatever. I don't even know what the number is anymore, but it's insane. It's even more than what Joe Rogan is, and he's the most watched podcast out here on the internet. Insane. Numbers just don't add up, or they do. Did you know that Google Play Store has apps that will pay people to come in and leave 5-star ratings on their apps just to put out the advertisements so that you go in and use it? That's Google Play Store that does that, and they hide behind legalities and fine print and lawyers. You can't go after them for nothing on that Play Store. Not any of those apps. There's a fine print. They can't be held liable. But they'll promote it. And they'll say it's not my fault. It's my store. That's just where they're allowed to be seen and grabbed from. But it's not my fault. What kind of content? This is the content I have inside. It doesn't make me no better, no worse. It just gives me drive. It gives me passion. It gives me a want for change. And if I can get to the places where I can make that change, like I said, I know where I come from. I know what I got ahead of me. I know what's been behind me. And if I achieve anything, anybody that's willing to come, the doors are open. And you welcome to come. You ain't got to pay for nothing. All you got to do is come. Everybody that has been watching, everybody that has been following, everybody that has been here. I'm going to say that I don't even have the right words to say that you're appreciated. This is tracking in the most organic way that it can. The realest way. The genuine, authentic people are sticking around. And I can tell. I can tell. And when I see you, look, you might get a handshake, you might get a hug, whatever. It's whatever the feeling is there and what I know is going to be received. And that's the whole thing about reading energy and taking on messages. What messages do you want to take on? Am I giving you a message that maybe you should look inside yourself, look around your family, look around your numbers, your birth dates, start seeing where they match up to see if you're following your lineage? One thing about palmistry that I did learn is that when you have hands that mimic the other, when they're almost a mirror of the other, that means you're following your design. You are following how you were designed to be. And it's an interesting thought, because if you're following what you're designed to be, uh, yeah, more trolls. I happen to look down to glance at some of these comments and more trolls. I do see the good people in here though. I do. I could actually go through and start like looking at some of these and giving them attention, but you know what? That's the thing is, I choose not to. I choose not to. Why? What's the point? They're everywhere you look. They deflect everything. There's no accountability. There's no look inward towards any kind of logic, sense, or wisdom. They have flash in the pan. They're yesterday's news. Because all trolls are the same. So, to those that have subscribed, to those that are subscribed, and to everybody that's gonna subscribe, you're welcome. You're welcome to be here. There's no judgment here. We don't give energy to what doesn't deserve our energy. We know where we come from, we know where we're going, and we know the differences that we can make as soon as we get there. So keep rising like the phoenixes you are. Keep being blessed. I'm going to pray for you every day. And to those of you trolls, I'm going to pray that one day you grow up. One day you look inside yourself and you say, you know what? Maybe I'm not that bad of a person. Maybe I could actually learn something, come out here and make a real difference instead of just coming out here and being a nuisance. One day that could happen. That's what I'm going to pray for. I'm going to pray that you succeed at life. Even if it's trolling, I mean, you have some kind of a purpose. You really let somebody show that you can get absolutely no rise out of them. So mission accomplished. Y'all be wonderful. And if your day's been good thus far, I pray it continues. If not, I pray it improves.